What is up, guys? Zane from playbook.gg, and in this video we're going to show you how to attack that ever popular heavy blitzing cover 2 meta that you see out of the 5-2, the nickel 3-3-5, and those dollar defenses. Before we dive into this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of the great tutorials that we've got headed your way here on the playbook.gg YouTube channel. Okay guys, so welcome back. Now in this video we're going to be talking about why the cover 2 blitzing meta is so popular, and we're also going to show you a number of ways that you can attack that heavy blitzing meta. So what we're going to do is we're going to be looking at a tip that you can find in our Arizona Cardinals spread guide as written by K-Mac. And part of his offense is going to employ slot hitches. Slot hitches are so important because what is required to defend them in this game is a vertical hook. Now, when you run cover 2, vertical hooks are oftentimes those receivers or the defenders that are blitzing to make cover 2 viable. So that's going to leave these pesky little hitch routes that you can play or hot route out of spread sets very, very hard to defend. So a lot of players have to man those up within their cover 2. The other thing that you're going to notice is that with the cover 2 blitzes, usually you're talking about a 5 or 6 man pressure that is going to employ both of those vertical hooks, and it puts your opponent in a spot where they have to defend one or the other. So it allows us to just play a game with our opponent where they're either going to defend the left or the right. Now, obviously with a spread set, it can be a little bit difficult. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you. For instance, I want to show what would happen if our opponent only blitzed one of their vertical hooks. So in this situation, obviously they're going to be blitzing one vertical hook. They're going to have to guard the hitch that is going to be covered by that particular vertical hook. So that means that you're only going to have one guy open. That's why spread could be a little bit difficult. However, the nice thing about this is that you have the ability to throw post routes or crossing routes behind them. So that is why the spread is so popular, is because a lot of times when you're blitzing heavily out of the cover 2, that player that's responsible for the deep middle of the field has to cover one of the hitches that's open. Otherwise, you're just going to be able to matriculate your way down the field. Now, most recently at the Madden Bowl, we saw another meta start to creep in, which was going to use this from compression. Now, I'm actually in the Arizona Cardinals playbook, so I don't have the best crossing route in my verticals play. However, we're going to go ahead and show you what players were doing at the Madden Bowl last week. And that was using bunch in max protecting, having the crossing route like the one that you see to Edelman. Again, in this particular formation, the gun bunch halfback strong, the crossing route to Edelman is actually shorter. It's more shallow than what you would see in bunch weak. However, the gist is the same in terms of your route combination. You motion in your solo receiver and place him on a hitch. Now all of a sudden you're back to the spot where you're just picking and choosing. I could throw a hitch to the left or the right, or you could throw the crossing route over the top. It's the same combination, essentially. You're just running this with some sort of post or crossing route from the bunch set. So we'll go ahead and show you exactly, again, how this is done. So we go ahead and max protect. We're going to place our outside receiver on a hitch. You're going to motion in your wide receiver because you can't place him on anything but a smoke at this point. So you have to motion him into the slot. Then you're going to place him on a hitch. Now at this point, this allows us to pick whichever one is open. So you see right there, we're able to throw back to the right. And then on top of that, our opponent has to be cognizant of that post or that deep crossing route in the middle of the field. So in this example, obviously, if they jump underneath, you're going to see that you have the ability to throw the ball to the crossing route. Again, this particular crossing route doesn't get a whole ton of depth on his route, so it's not nearly as good as the one in the gun bunch, but the element is in terms of the route combination, it's still the same route combo. So if he bites down over the middle, you could throw the high point. Again, you'll get deeper and further to the left across the field with the one in bunch. But you can see it puts him in a spot where you're throwing the ball to a receiver who is mostly open on every play. So again, guys, this is how you're going to attack that cover 2 meta. Essentially, if they're blitzing those vertical hooks, those are the zones that cover hitches in this game. And if they don't have that, you're going to be able to play easy pitch and catch. You're putting your opponent in a spot where they can't defend both seams at the same time and something that's deeper over the middle. And it's going to really limit how much your opponent can actually blitz from that cover 2 defense. So this applies to your 5-2 cover 2 blitz, your 3-3-5 Tampa 2, and obviously your DB Fire 2 press. Very similar in how that would be defended with those cover 2 style blitzes. If you like this video, check out one of the videos on your screen right now. And for more in-depth analysis, visit www.playbook.gg for detailed game plans written by pro Madden players. Master the game with playbook.gg.